Bitcoin mining, explained simply, is just the process of turning energy into organized computing power, which makes the best money in the world. Abundant Mind's mission day to day is to make sure that our customers can make Bitcoin as passively and profitably as they can. In the larger sense, our mission is to lower the cost of energy for the entire Pacific Northwest. So we believe that Bitcoin mining is the most valuable energy resource and the most effective energy resource that we have today at the lowest cost.
What we do here for the mining aspect of it, and the reason it's important, is because the miners themselves can't really be run at home anymore because they've become so advanced and so power hungry. We need to be able to go through and have places that are dedicated that can have access to that type of power and the security and the infrastructure needed to actually run them. So Bitcoin mining has kind of pushed past being a home mining effort to having groups like us be able to efficiently and effectively run the miners at a secure location.
I think Bitcoin mining is worth doing because now, instead of the control of printing new supply of money belonging to a single group like the Federal Reserve, it now belongs to every individual who has access to energy and equipment and internet access, essentially. And if you are enterprising and efficient, you can actually produce it below the market price that you would buy Bitcoin on the market for. We built this company once I realized what kind of impact Bitcoin mining can have on energy systems. So I think it's one of the most misunderstood stories that people have about this industry and the way that it works, that it's extractive or damaging to energy systems. But in my opinion, it's one of the greatest energy resources that we have available to us, furthering the mission of making energy more affordable for people and bringing energy abundance and prosperity to our communities is what keeps me going.
As we sit here today, roughly 94% of the entire Bitcoin network has already been mined. It's going to be about another 120 years to mine the last 6%. So if you want to have a piece of that, we only have a short runway, and we're living through the best moment to still capture it.
So Abundant Minds can do quite a few things to keep your investment and your equipment safe. A is physical security. All the miners are locked into their boxes. They're all fenced in with barbed wire. We have security cameras. The other is digital safety. So that is making sure that our network's secure, making sure that you are able to access your information in a secure way. And then along with that is keeping the equipment running efficiently. So that is making sure that we have clean air coming in, making sure that fans are working well, making sure that things are clean, making sure that we have the right software running on it, tinkering up and down and figuring out the most efficient processes, which are constantly changing because it is all based on environmental conditions. So that's really what we strive to do, is it brings in all of our professional experience to be able to create an efficient system and a safe and secure system.
Through working with us, customers can finally have a reliable and passive stream of the world's best money, and that they can have that all while impacting our grid systems in a positive way and actually enabling energy sustainability far into the future.
One of the most important things that we have is an on-ramp and an off-ramp between Bitcoin and traditional finance markets. One of the biggest things that people can do to offset their income in the mining space is to purchase equipment and deduct it against their business. And the opportunities that mining has is it's all deductions up front and you get paid in Bitcoin.
Abundant Minds can affect the community by just helping with all of the energy. So there's a dam not far from us, and that dam provides the energy for the entire town. And if we can help bring additional energy to the town, it's going to just benefit everyone within the town because we are reliant upon energy more than we know.
like a lot of other towns in the Pacific Northwest, it used to be a mill or lumber-based industry, which left in the late 70s, early 80s, and for about the past 2 decades, it's been pretty depressed. And the goal as a city, who happens to also be its own electrical utility, is to keep that cost as low as possible. So the city has done everything it can to keep the electrical, sewer, and water rate down as much as possible to ease the burden on our depressed community.
Right now, large groups for Bitcoin miners go in, they'll establish a 200, 300, 400 megawatt site in the middle of nowhere, and it becomes burdensome on the community. With no goal of trying to go through and give back in a way that can be impactful to the communities. The goal here at Cascade Locks is to become the largest buyer of power. And what that will do is allow the city of Cascade Locks to go through and work with the power supplier, BPA, to negotiate lower prices for the community.
The energy needs and the energy utilization in those communities is small enough and spiky enough where they can't really optimize their energy procurement. So a small facility like ours is already the size of their entire utility demand. So just by being able to add more of a utility base and bring in more tax dollars, more utility dollars, we essentially double the revenue for the city, but we also function as a flexible load. So when energy is cheap and available, we use more of it and pay for it such that the utility can break even on all of its fixed costs.
My ideal vision of City Cascade Locks working with Abundant Minds is to partner with them to build out a full electrical system that they help the City of Cascade Locks keep rates down for residents with their flexible load system, helping keep our costs down during power spikes when power demands are going up, helping us keep those costs down. The world revolves around electricity and having electricity we need. Partnering with them to ensure that Cascade Locks has the power it needs at the rate that its residents can sustain.
We actually have the power to make life more affordable for everyone and to actually bring back the prosperity that's in many cases left our region because other industries have been competed out, whether being shipped overseas or to other parts of the country with cheaper input costs. I don't think most people understand that energy is the underpinning base layer of how our entire economy works. And so if you can impact energy systems, you, on the downstream, impact every other industry that exists and every consumer who has to pay for their goods and services. So in the long term, our mission to lower the cost of energy for everybody in the Pacific Northwest is a way for us to lower the cost of living for everybody in every good and service that they may use in their daily lives. So if we can lower the costs of things and make them more abundant, then everybody lives a happier, more prosperous life.